G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Automotive Karnage, and today is Automotive Karnage Outback Edition. Even though we're always in the Outback, but now we're really in the Outback. We're lost a little bit. Yes, g'day everyone, my name's DJ and welcome to Automotive Karnage. Today we are travelling from home all the way 1600 kilometers to Alice Springs to go to the Red CentreNATS, taking our wonderful Bucky Yundle with us. On our trip we've got myself, got Dad, and we've got young Jaden with us as well. He's fresh off the plane, never been camping, never been to Australia, and so we're going to bring him way out here to the Outback. It's going to be good fun. So yeah, we are 780-ish Ks already into our journey. We're about 150 Ks from the Northern Territory border. If you've ever travelled the Great Central Road, you know it's a pretty straight road with a lot of dirt and stones and that. So it's not the most exciting to film. But what I can tell you is that Bucky Yundle, our 1979 Toyota Cressida, is now a totally different shade of brown thanks to all the dust that's been kicked up by Dad's F250. Part of the reason I love Dad coming on these trips is because of the F250. So unfortunately though, it has kicked up stones and it smashed our indicators. So trying to find new ones of those in Alice Springs at short notice is going to be a little bit difficult, but at the very least we'll just change the globes to amber globes. And then Dad didn't want to scratch up the paint on his F250, so we end up using the car as our firewood storage. I mean, luckily we're not travelling in a $100,000 show car. And then we've also damaged our front guard here. I'd say the tie downs got stuck under there somehow and ripped itself up. We go over a bump and that thing starts to wave like this over the bumps, but that levels out, whereas the suspension in the Cressida is so worn out, it's still waving even though we're on a nice flat bit of road. So yes, behind me here we've got camp set up. We're going to call it a day here. We've been traveling for 10 hours I think it is, and it's been a really good road so far. The graders have recently been on the road, so nice and smooth. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. I'll pick this up again on the next day when hopefully we pass by Uluru, which would be awesome. Well, good morning folks, and here we are at the wonderful Uluru, one of the largest rocks I've ever seen, and every time I come here it is absolutely gorgeous. And look at it with that beautiful rusty old Cressida right in front of it. Bet I've never seen a sight like that before. So last night camping out, we noticed, as I showed you just to say, that the front indicators have been smashed out, but now unfortunately on the last bit of the trap we smashed out a bit of our grille as well. So what we might do is cut all of this out and just stick some of that blooming mesh behind there to make it all a bit more uniformed, because it kind of looks like it's missing its teeth at the moment. We pulled out the Parkers so they didn't get smashed. They're sitting safely inside the car, and we've also lost our emblem. Now also last night too I mentioned about how this car was waving over all the bumps. Check out this footage over the last bit of the track where the ruts were just massive and it was just like sailing the ocean. It was absolutely incredible. And this car did not like it. It was fully smashed out the front suspension, and we've even done damage to the brake lines. They're leaking now as well. So once we get to our accommodation for the night, we'll get under there and we'll have a look, see how bad it actually is. And also it's all tar seal from here on, so hopefully that's the last of the damage that we'll see. So anyway, we'll get back on the road and we'll pick this up again tonight when we start doing some repairs to this. Let's go. Well, good afternoon everyone. We have now made it to our rest for the night. We just rocked up here at a random roadhouse on the side of the road, and his dad was checking us in. He's like, hang on, do you guys happen to have a random car dump or some old wrecks lying around? And the guy's like, yeah, of course. Go check over the back there and look what we found. So this is awesome. All these vehicles are way too modern to use any direct replacement parts for our indicators or our grille or horn. Yes, we need a horn as well. Unfortunately, the factory Cressida horns were absolutely useless to us. So although they're a bit modern, what we can do, like on the likes of this van here, what we're hoping is we can cut this plastic out and then just super glue it in place of the lenses on the indicators. This wonderful little Proton here has a horn that we will pull out and we'll test that. And I mean, every car's got a horn, so if that one doesn't work, I'm sure that one would, or that one would. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of scrounging here. We'll get some rough cuts, and then once we get to our actual camp, we'll start pulling it back together, and hopefully we can fix those indicator lenses. We're not having to make it completely road legal so long as you can't see clear light shine through the orange lens, or ideally if we get some clear lens and change it to an orange bulb, that is also legal as well. So Dad's just going to get the tools, Actually, there's a bit of an older car down here. What's this? Well, he's going to get the tools. We'll just have a bit of a scout around this rubbish down here, because I have a feeling that is an EB or an ED Falcon. What have we got? Yeah, it's a Falcon. 6 or 8. That's a 6-cylinder. That's kind of cool. Anyway, let's start chopping out some parts that we actually do need. So just notice on the front of this Mitsubishi van here, it's got nice wide and flat lenses. So Dad's just having a crack at pulling those out. Now we'll give them a quick stick measurement and they're good enough. So now we'll jump over here to our little proton and we'll start taking out this horn. What's that? That's good because we'll smash one of ours. That's what we want. Let's go connect to a battery and see what it sounds like. Alrighty, let's see what our new horn sounds like. Sweet, sounds lame, but it works. Done. How you going? We'll go double check our measurements. Yeah, we can make that work. Give it a bit of a polish, shine it back up again. So technically still from the bush, from Rex. Yeah, that's gonna work. A bit of super glue. And we'll have new indicator lenses. Just unfortunately, we can't fix that. All right, let's go set up camp and annoy all our neighbors and start working on this thing with a grinder. So this car's going to make us bush wreck and bush mechanic to the end. But as you can see, we now have indicators. So front indicators on there. They look absolutely horrible, but hey, at least they work and we can still carry on our mission of getting at least 1 or 2 laps in on the main street of Alice Springs. Now we had to get a little bit creative because that was such a flat piece, and these were actually a raised out frame. So we took the these to use the spacers to actually hold the lens in properly. And J.M. reckons they look like little laser guns. Which is cool. We also have a horn that works now. Well, you want to give us a toot there, mate? Oh, smells up on the other side now. Check this little sucker out. Go for it. Try one of the other ones. Is it just that one button that works? Okay, we've got 2. Okay, so we've got 2 buttons that work. So hopefully when the guy does the scrutineering, he pushes one of those 2 buttons. So the rest of tonight we'll probably just check the seatbelts in because we still need to do that. Hopefully the buckle ends have arrived. Yeah, so I guess now we'll see you tomorrow. We're only about 150k away from Alice Springs, if that. So yeah, good night, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone and welcome to a sunny day in Alice Springs. That's right, we come to a car show and it's absolutely pouring down with rain. We had a storm come through last night, but the weather guys say that it's going to clear up by about 6 o'clock tonight and the rain will stop and we'll have a good sunny semi-cloudy day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which fingers crossed will be absolutely awesome. Now we are in a random car lot at the moment because our seatbelts don't work. Reason being, someone decided to cut the factory ones out and use them as a tow rope. And then the ones we got to replace them, I was really smart and forgot to get the buckle end of them. So we've just been to Repco. They had a KB Ford laser Telstar seatbelt, which we're going to try retrofit in there now. That costs more than the bloody car, but we need it. We need seatbelts to cruise the streets. So we are going to go about putting those in now, and we'll show you what happens. Okay, so fast forward a couple of hours here. We had to leave our random little car park space, mainly because we had to book into our accommodation for the night, and a sweet little setup that we have. But anyway, the vehicle itself, we have spent about an hour or so just going over it, making sure that the brakes were okay. I was a bit worried they were leaking on the front lines there from all the suspension travel. I thought they might have stretched and snapped, but they're okay. We managed to get our makeshift KB Lancer seatbelt to fit in. It looks wonderful. Unfortunately, they only had one, otherwise we would have done this side as well. So what we've done here is the seatbelt we got off Geordie. We've fitted that up. Even though the buckle doesn't fit, the buckle is on the way. It is in Australia Post system somewhere, but it's not due till tomorrow. So hence why we installed that one. Just at least then the driver's got a safe seatbelt and it'll pass scrutineering. If it means just one person's in the car at a time, then so be it. But we're here, that's the main thing. Done that. What else did we do? That's about it really. Oh, Jaden spent a bit of time polishing up our headlights here and our Parker lights, even though they don't work, but you know, makes the front end look nice and shiny and good. It's awesome. I quite like the sandblasting effect that's happened on the grille there from all the loose gravel driving. We've cleaned up our windows so we can see through it. That crack now is a little bit less obvious. We have a rear view mirror. Tidy up the inside here, put our surround back on, pushed up all our loose wiring so you can't see that coming through, and now we'll just leave it undercover and hopefully all those seats will dry out by the end of the night and off to scrutineering at 9:30 tomorrow morning. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to head out now, go get ourselves a feed, have some dinner, have a few beers, and sit back and admire Bakayundo. An absolutely crappy car, but we're not the only rusty car here that we've seen so far. I dare say we're the only bushfine car though. But tomorrow will tell. See you then. Well, here we go folks. We are in line at Scrutineering, and I'll tell you what, I am honestly very nervous, butterflies in my stomach, just because there are some absolutely amazing, beautiful cars around me. And then I'm in this rusty old thing that we pulled together out of the bush. So here we go. Everyone's been really cool so far. Officials have been awesome. Met a couple other teams and they're like, what on earth is that? That's so cool. So yes, huge shout out to Alice Springs Bushwrecking page. Gino and the guys there have been absolutely awesome, helping me find last minute bits and pieces for this car that I thought we had, but we didn't get in time. So thank you so much to those guys. Go check out their Facebook page. Absolutely amazing bunch of blokes. So yeah, we'll wait in queue here, do some scrutineering, and see how they respond to us having a blind man as a safety inspector. There we go, mate. Hey, at least we've got one sticker on, that's cool. So here we are guys, we're at Scrutineering, and unfortunately we've got bad news because we don't have headlights, and because one of our leaking master cylinders, slave cylinders, we can't do any of the cruises. And look at us, we're being filmed for Blokes World.
That's right, you're going to get so much love from Blokes World.
Yeah man, thumbs up. So yeah, unfortunately we're stuck to the show and shine, but that's okay, we can show it off. It sure won't be shining, that's for sure. But hey, we made it, we're here, we're not too heartbroken. Rules are rules, and it is what it is, you know. So it gives us more time to enjoy the show, enjoy the burnouts, enjoy the drags.
You are set.
Yeah. So let me show you all our current situation. We currently have the Cressida, which has just failed scrutineering due to some pretty small but kind of major, I understand, items. We have a trailer, and then we have a locksmith because Dad's locked his keys in the car, and so we couldn't get the jump start. So that was one of the other reasons we failed, was because they're like, well, can you get your car to run and start for us? Start and run? And I'm like, no, because the battery's flat and the jump pack's in there, and it was just a shit show, let's be honest. As soon as I turned that car off in the line, just all went downhill from there. So that is really crappy, kind of lost for words. But at the end of the day, at least we still have our entrant sticker on the front. We still have our wristbands. We can still have an awesome weekend. We have Jeff here. Oh, we're in the vehicle. Cool. Now, do you have the jump start pack in there?
Yeah, behind the seat.
Is it charged? We're not out of Shit Creek yet. So yeah, we've got Jeff here from El Jefe's Chop Shop YouTube. Go check him out. He makes some pretty cool vehicles. He's got his awesome Leyland cab over thing that he's just got. Really cool. Go check it out. So we're going to catch up with him as well. We just got interviewed by Blokes World TV show on 7 Mate, so that was absolutely awesome. So little wins. We didn't get to do what we came here to do, but we're still having a good time thus far. Look at this, man. The caliber of cars that keep rocking in are just awesome. Look at the old Roadster over there. Fantastic. So yeah, hopefully now we'll grab our jump pack, we'll charge this up, and let's see what happens. Because also we don't even have the gear for the winch. We left that at our hotel as well. Alrighty everyone, so here we are. We're at the show and shine on Saturday of the Red CentreNATS, and it's been really good morning so far. There's some absolutely beautiful cars out here, and then there's ours, which is just a dirty old desert rat. But we've met some awesome people so far, and the response has been absolutely fantastic about this vehicle, and yeah, just having a good time. So we'll go have a look around now and go look at some of these awesome vehicles. Got some beautiful B-roll of them. The elite vehicles are absolutely stunning as well. So yeah, let's go for a little cruise around and roll that music, I suppose. Folks, here we are, we're rolling out onto the grass track racing track, and we're the last ones before lunch, so this could be interesting. Here we go. Alright, so up there, over there, other side of that one, that side, slay them up, those ones, and then slay them back.
Stop in the garage.
On that side.
Yeah, must stop.
Sweet.
Good.
Hey, go.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm not ready, but let's do this. Here we go. Come on, get out there. Nah. Nah, not gonna get that one. Shoot it up. Oh, that doesn't sound good. There's too much clunking going on. We're just gonna call it quits on that one.
Yeah. We got it.
No, it's okay. I don't think she can handle another run. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Oh, at least we did it.
Yeah. At least I heard the V8.
Alright, so we'll park up now and we'll go see what damage we've done. But yeah, something is definitely broken on that rear end. I heard it just go ka-tonk. Please tell me you got that.
What's that?
Please tell me you got that.
I don't know if I did or didn't. What happened?
I think we ripped the diff out.
Beautiful.
Alright guys, so we had a bit of fun on the grass track racing and I think we broke something. As we were going around, we made an absolute mess of it. We didn't have enough turning circle to actually get around all the cones properly, so we just went out there and just started doing skids in the grass pretty much. And it was an absolute blast. Had a lot of fun, but yeah, something in the driveline there has gone clunk and I'm not quite sure what it is. So no more drag grass track racing, but at least we got out there, we had some fun, and it was absolutely, it was so fun, absolutely awesome. So we've just been around to show, meeting some absolutely awesome people. Thank you to everyone who's come up and said hello, said g'day. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And yeah, so we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to head home for the rest of the day. Well, g'day everybody and welcome to a new day. Today is actually Monday. Yeah, so a bit's happened since we last saw you and we watched that wonderful parade go through. So I kind of made a mistake with the accommodation and had us booking out on the Sunday, not the Monday. So once we found out, we had to quickly pack everything up and then shoot as close to home as we could. We got to Curtin Springs last night, had an absolutely beautiful meal there. Great little rest stop if you're ever traveling across the Great Central. Highly recommend stopping in there. So yeah, here we are on the WA Northern Territory border. The border is just up there a little bit further where the tar seal hits the dirt into WA, and we have some actually smooth WA gravel roads. But before we can get there, yeah, we got a little bit of an issue with our trailer. So it turns out pretty much all these bearings have taken a real hammering coming across. So 3 of them have come loose so far, and as we've been coming across, we've been slowly repacking them, tightening them, but this one has absolutely given up the ghost. There is more metallic flake in that grease than there is in the candy red paint. So we've had to completely pull it apart. Luckily, the mechanics in Uluru had a bearing kit. So we grabbed one of those. I'm just going about now pulling it all in. So we're redoing all the races, everything. Try and keep it as tidy as we can. Luckily, we've got a bit of tar here that we can work on. And so we'll get that back on. It's only lunchtime, so we'll get well across the border and close to home before it gets time to camp up. So that is pretty much where we're going to end it. We've had an absolutely awesome weekend at the Red CentreNATS. Thank you so much to, first off, all the officials. It's our first time going to an event like that, and you guys pull up with all our questions and everything, and they were all so polite, and it was just fantastic to talk to them all. Thank you to all the fans who come up, said hello, getting autographs and stickers and everything. It was really cool to finally meet the people who actually watch the channel. And it means that they're actually real people. You're not just numbers on a YouTube screen, which is really, really cool. So we'll get this home, we'll fix up suspension, brakes and all that kind of thing, and we'll be back next year. Whether it's in this car or a different one, I'm not too sure yet, but yeah. And thanks for these two coming along as well. Made it awesome, helpful. A lot more fun traveling with family than it is by yourself. So yeah, we'll catch you all on the next episode of Automotive Karnage. See you later.